let's start with some news and updates coming in on that front. Well, in light of reciprocal tariffs from United States or India, India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal today met with exporters and their organizations. The meeting discussed exporters' concerns and the opportunities that are arising out of the Bilateral Trade Agreement with the United States. Let's listen into some reactions that we're getting from that meeting that export organizations had with the Commerce Minister today.
The government has been very transparent in what it's been doing. So I can say in the first relay, the first 400 meters, India is ahead because competing nations have higher tariffs. And we have the BTA understanding, which will get hammered out in the next...
Any package you're demanding from the government side, any relief on that front?
No, nothing. There's no...
but any problem...
This is not the moment for that. Okay. I mean, packages are meant for, targeted growth, etc., and that they are not discussed in such meetings.
Okay, so one thing on the handsets, you represent them. A big hit can be for you. So how government is going to help you?
No, it's not a hit because the two competing destinations, China and Vietnam, have much higher tariffs than us. And in the short run, we have no challenge. At least in the next 6 months, we don't have a challenge. But the BTA has to be very solid so that long term, we don't lose out to countries like Brazil and Saudi Arabia, UAE and Egypt, Turkey, Singapore, which have lower tariffs.
But no major package demand.
Absolutely.
At the time of US reciprocal tariffs coming into force, Commerce Minister of India Piyush Goyal met exporters today. Exporters included those which export mobile handsets, auto components and other goods. Well, the meeting went on for 3 to 4 hours. The important points discussed were the complaints or the problems being faced by exporters as far as reciprocal tariffs are concerned. Certain consignments were stuck at the ports or they were going now, but they were not, exporters were not sure whether they'll be able to land properly in the US. So those problems were told to Commerce Minister, who assured exporters all help will be given. However, sources say there was no demand of a package from the exporters' side and it is not under consideration. As far as government is concerned, it put forward the side of the government on tariffs that BTA talks with US are on. It is in a window which is being given to India, during which India can discuss many things with America under this BTA window. That was the main focus of the meeting. Other demands were also from the exporters' side. Well, they were assured of all the help as far as this reciprocal tariffs is concerned. So this meeting was clearly a fruitful one, as exporters said, and as being said by Commerce Ministry sources.
All right. Thank you very much, Sumit, for getting us all of those latest updates. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, we've also gotten an official press release from the Department of Commerce. And in that official press release, we're given to understand it clearly mentions that, of course, the Commerce and Industry Minister assured exporters that government will work to provide a conducive environment to enable exporters to successfully navigate the recent changes in the global trade environment. And he also lauded exporters for their resilience and their efforts, given that in the past 1 year, we've seen several disruptions that have come in the form of perhaps whether it's the Middle East crisis that led to Red Sea disruptions. So that is given in the official press release. In fact, the release also mentions that various export promotions councils representing a wide array of sectors presented their views and outlook in light of the emerging challenges. And of course, the CIM then said that different countries are approaching the tariff imposition in a different manner. However, as far as India is concerned, there is a potential for increase in manufacturing, creation of additional jobs, and that is because it can attract big players in the global supply chain. So the Commerce and Industry Minister assuring exporters and other trade organizations that came to meet him today on how this situation could be in fact beneficial for India, given that India has had a first mover's advantage with respect to its bilateral trade agreement with the United States. Meanwhile,